On June 26th, Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean introduced a brand new audio-animatronic figure in the iconic treasure-filled grotto scene, and the Disney fanbase is convinced Imagineering completely ruined this classic scene. But what debuted in the grotto isn't just a new animatronic, it's a beta test for the next decade of Disney theme parks, and the flaws everyone keeps pointing out just might be the whole point. For 59 years, this pirate skeleton sat still on his mountain of gold, a somber warning of the greedy pirate's tragic fate, and for generations of repeat visitors, he was an important part of the attraction's narrative flow. So when he was replaced, the backlash was less about the technology, it was about changing the tone, storyline, and destroying Disney history. But if you think about it, Imagineering wouldn't just randomly pick this scene for no apparent reason. This pirate is actually the first in-park deployment of a platform Imagineering calls hybrid front projection, and Disney has indicated that it's planned for its biggest attractions in development. So let's first walk through the critiques, as these are all legitimate points. Then let's walk through exactly how this technology works and why it could be the blueprint for the future of the Disney parks, including the Coco and Avengers attractions at DCA and Villains Land at the Magic Kingdom. When Pirates of the Caribbean reopened after an 8-week refurbishment, the static skeleton that sat in Scene 11 since the ride opened on March 18, 1967, is now gone, replaced by a living pirate trapped in a short, repeating cycle. He lifts a gold coin, the curse takes hold, and transforms him into a skeleton. His hand drops the coin, the spell breaks, and he reverts back to life and immediately reaches for the gold again. It's actually a direct reference to the Aztec coin mythology in the Curse of the Black Pearl film. And near the base of the treasure pile, the Imagineers left an homage, a painting of Mark Davis, who was the legendary Imagineer that led Pirates' character design, rendered as a pirate, and the humor in this updated scene actually fits Davis' trademark whimsical storytelling style. Ironically though, it was Imagineer Claude Coates, not Mark Davis, who designed the original somber mood of this scene, which critics feel is now completely ruined. And this is just the beginning of the big debate. So the case against the animatronic is actually a strong one. One critique is that his face looks like a glowing screen. Projectors work by adding light and can't project darkness. So the deepest blacks on the skull, namely the eye sockets and the inside of his mouth, can only get as dark as the projector's baseline glow. The result is an illuminated face that looks like an iPad screen, that clashes with the carefully crafted, detailed physical environment. A second critique is the narrative disruption. For 6 decades, the grotto was the ride's quiet prologue, giving a somber warning about the tragic fate of all the pirates. A character that moves, laughs, and transforms completely changes the scene to be more comical and cartoon-like. Lastly, there's the timing. In early 2026, Disney retired the glow-in-the-dark rear-projected faces on Anna and Elsa at Epcot's Frozen Ever After, in favor of traditional sculpted mechanical faces, a change fans widely celebrated. And then, months later, a projected face shows up again at Pirates. This back and forth made Disney look like it's indecisive and continually backpedaling. So the critics aren't wrong, and these are legitimate issues. But let's take a look at the bigger picture, because the Pirates projection is actually a huge step forward in theme park technology. And all the critical, visceral reactions may actually be what Imagineering wants to hear. There's a big difference between this new technology and what came before. Frozen's old faces were rear projection. Media played from inside a plastic translucent shell, completely lacking in physical depth. And if the projector went down, the character completely lost their face. What's running now at Pirates is a different architecture, built to improve upon these weaknesses. The figure is a real moving animatronic. Its mechanics handle the physical performance, turning its head, gesturing, and lifting the coin, all while external projectors paint the facial performance onto a 3D printed face shell, all rendered in real time by Epic Games' Unreal Engine 5, with the figure's physical motion data feeding into the graphics engine, so the projection always matches every movement of the head. So if the mechanical head malfunctions and freezes or moves into a different position, the facial projection will still align perfectly. And now there's built-in redundancy. 2 projectors are available to aim at the figure, one live and the other one a synchronized hot spare. If the primary projector experiences a lamp failure, signal loss, or overheating, the backup projector instantly engages to prevent attraction downtime. This is the first deployment of the hybrid front projection audio-animatronic in any Disney park. And if guests can see the flaws, Imagineering is certainly aware of them, so why ship it now? A traditional animatronic face is a dense collection of microservos flexing under a silicone skin, and that skin is fragile. It dries, cracks, and needs replacement every 5 to 10 years. The painted facial cosmetics need frequent touch-ups, and wigs lose their styling due to humidity and 16-hour operating days. By replacing this with projected facial expressions, costly maintenance is eliminated. And more importantly, effects that are physically impossible with traditional mechanical animatronics are now available. Imagineers have been able to demonstrate tears, dynamic blushing, blood trickling from a virtual cut, and shape-shifting from skin to polished chrome. And why stop at the face? Front projection can be used to detail any body part of an animatronic. And since the projections are rendered in real time, this allows the animatronic to actually interact with guests. All of this gives Imagineering a dynamic canvas with endless possibilities. So what was Imagineering looking to achieve with this first deployment into Pirates? Whether or not Disney planned it this way, deploying an early version of this technology into one of its most beloved dark rides within a very visible and iconic scene functions as a public stress test. All the frame-by-frame social media analysis and commentary is completely free feedback to Imagineering's R&D, allowing them to perfect this technology in a smaller stakes environment, rather than as a part of a high-stakes billion-dollar theme park expansion. And if this kind of Disney theme park analysis is your thing, take a quick second to like and subscribe to help support our channel. Imagineering is already testing and tweaking the new hybrid front projection technology out in public, but why would Imagineering choose Disneyland and Pirates of the Caribbean in particular for this? Notice where this new animatronic debuted. As a single solitary figure within a dark scene that flatters projection inside an existing high-capacity ride a short drive from Imagineering's Glendale campus, one of the most controlled and convenient environments for this purpose. If it underperforms, you just iterate on this one pirate, and not in multiple figures across different attractions in a location across the country. Secondly, Disneyland's audience skews heavily toward the exact people you'd want to stress test this with. Magic key holders, Disney adults, the Imagineering history literate crowd that will notice every little detail about an update to something that's been around since 1967. If this platform can survive the most demanding audience Disney has within an iconic, highly scrutinized scene, it can survive anywhere. So this isn't something Disney has publicly stated, but it would explain why this proof of concept landed in a place guaranteed to generate the loudest, most vocal feedback in all of the Disney parks. So where does a platform go from here? Disney's expanding attraction portfolio gives us all the clues. Across the Esplanade at Disney California Adventure, Disney has announced a Coco attraction, a boat-based dark ride inspired by pirates in the Haunted Mansion, built with the latest audio-animatronics technology and populated by a cast from the land of the dead. What does this mean for us? A ride full of skeletal animatronics in the direct lineage of Pirates, just as Pirates is currently proving out the platform that renders skeletal transformation in real time. And crying, emoting animatronic skeletons is just what the Coco ride calls for. Also coming to DCA is Avengers Infinity Defense, built around a confrontation with King Thanos. Here, we might see Avengers animatronics take on battle wounds and bleeding during the battle. And if the finale features a physical Thanos figure, a hybrid front projection face and body is an obvious fit. So picture the moment. Your vehicle turns the last corner, and we see King Thanos, not on a screen, but physically in the environment. His head turns and arms move, and his face and body are wounded, and then shapeshifts as he experiences defeat. None of this could have been built with traditional mechanical servos and silicone. And which Walt Disney World expansions would this be perfect for? In the upcoming Monstropolis at Hollywood Studios, Mike Wazowski would have a giant expressive eyeball that would otherwise require complex mechanics in a tiny chassis. At Piston Peak, coming to Magic Kingdom, Lightning McQueen and other Cars characters could now have a projected windshield that places cartoon-accurate eyes on a highly dynamic vehicle. And Hades, announced for Villain's Land, has vibrant blue flames for hair that could dynamically and randomly react to his own head movements and the environment, not to mention real-time interaction with guests. Things only made possible by this new technology. At the end of the day, the Transforming Pirate is the first deployment of technology that provides the blueprint for the next decade of Disney Parks attractions, stress-tested and the one scene guaranteed to hold it to the highest standard, in front of the audience most qualified to find its flaws. This new hybrid front projection platform is no doubt being tweaked as we speak. Admittedly, tweaks to the technology won't repair the narrative and tonal issues that were introduced, but these visible imperfections are the path towards getting this technology fully ready for Disney's next generation attractions as part of their upcoming multi-billion-dollar theme park investments. So what do you think? Will this technology be successful towards powering the future of Disney's audio animatronics? Drop your take in the comments. And for more analysis of Disneyland's past, present, and what's next, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next video.